Hi everyone, I'm Jim and welcome to the review of Illusion 6, the fourth studio record by the Polish metal band Illusion. Today we're celebrating 25th anniversary of the record, so I decided to go back and see if it still holds up or not. My story with this band is quite simple. I've stumbled upon their music because of my brother-in-law. I was basically like 3 or 4 when he would give me cassette tapes of this band and I would listen to their music. I think it was 2002 or 3 when he even let me burn a CD with my favorite Illusion songs on it. I still have that CD somewhere and it mostly had tracks from this record. So you might be wondering why this album is called Illusion 6 when it's the 4th record. Actually, I also don't know. The first 3 records are named normally, so Illusion 1, 2, 3. Then we have a live album called Illusion 4. And then they just skipped Illusion 5, it doesn't exist, and it's Illusion 6, the 4th record. Great work. The production is tight, it's clean but heavy, no loudness war, no clipping. I love how the drums and the guitar work sounds here, and the vocals are also mixed perfectly. Message is diverse, songs are about various topics, mostly it's about personal struggles, relationship issues, society stuff, living abroad, stuff like that. Structure is a mix between basic and advanced. Usually they follow that standard intro, verse, chorus, bridge, chorus, outro type of a thing. But some of the tracks are more interesting because they have more segments. There might be a completely new verse, 2 choruses, like in one song. It keeps you on your toes and keeps the music from being stagnated because it's just fun to listen to and you don't know what's going to happen. When it comes to the music of this band, this record introduces a lot of nu metal influences into the Illusion sound. This band is well known in Poland because it's basically similar to grunge stuff like Alice in Chains, but also with some alternative metal flavor. Bands like Helmet, for example. Helmet or Helmut? I don't know how to pronounce that name. You know, the band that has the song Unsung in GTA San Andreas. So it's a mix of grunge, alternative metal, rock music, but also lots of nu metal influences when it comes to the guitars on this record. You know, Korn, stuff like that. The record starts with an intro Zlev. It's a joke song. The lyrics are gibberish, no one is going to understand them. It's very fast and funny. It reminds me of that Sugar Ray intro from 1999, where they were joking that they are going to become death metal band. Here I don't know what the joke is supposed to be about, but yeah, it's funny. 6 out of 10. The first real song on the record is called Zwyczajnie Nie. You could translate it into typically not. What's interesting about this record is that we have 13 songs on it and 1 bonus track, Jerry, from the 2004 reissue. And Jerry, Little Bit Faster, and No Man are sung in English, while the rest of the record is in Polish. If you don't know Polish but you want to find out what the lyrics are about, you can use Google Translate, but let me warn you that some of the lyrics on the Genius site are wrong, like some of the words aren't sang in the songs, so it's weird. I might do lyric videos for this record because why not? Going back to Zwyczajnie Nie, the first thing you're going to notice are the drums, and the drummer is phenomenal. His playing on this record is top notch. He's on the top of his game and he basically steals the entire show when it comes to this track. He's the biggest hero here. This track would be already great, but his drumming elevates it to a completely whole new level. So, the drumming on this record is just phenomenal, this song in particular. Then we have the bass work. The bassist is great as well. He plays his own lines, he mostly doesn't follow the guitars, he has his own ideas and they are great. I love the bass work here. It's creative and stays in your head. Then you have the guitars, amazing work. I love how the riffs sound like. They are memorable and you will never forget them. Very chunky, groovy. but also melodic at the same time. The lead guitarist uses a lot of guitar effects on his guitar and pedals, so that's why this record kinda reminds me of the first Korn record, because there are these weird noises on the guitars, you know, like wah, wah, wah. And last but not least, we have the vocals by the frontman, Lipa. He has a very unique and distinct sounding voice. You will always know that it's him. And I just love his singing and screaming. He's on point through this entire record. So yeah, I love this song with all of my heart. Every instrument, every vocal pattern here is legendary. I love the verses, where he's basically singing Jedna kropla wody, to nie deszcz, tu. Tylko jeden uśmiech, to nie śmiech, tu. The drumming is just so great. Then we have the chorus, which is basically repeating the song title. Zwyczajnie nie, zwyczajnie nie. I don't know how to describe the lyrics of this song, because the vocalist is basically pointing out facts through the verses, like one smile is not laughter, one drop of water is not an ocean, shit like that, and the chorus is just totally not. So yeah, I don't know, what did you expect? These lyrics are just, yeah, they are logical, but at the same time, it's basically a song about nothing. But it's a banger, so yeah, legendary song, 11 out of 10. Trzy ptaki, three birds is another banger. This song was released as a single with a music video. It has a very long, interesting intro. Then we get a standard grungy heavy metal riff. Cool verses, and then we got the chorus. The chorus is very upbeat, it's interesting. I love the vocals on it. Bez dumy i chwały, nie zawsze zrozumiały, za wino, za szlugi, za nieoddane długi. Bez dumy i chwały, nie zawsze zrozumiały. Du. And that du sound is basically a Korn riff from the first record. So yeah, I love this stuff. I recommend this song. The lyrics are basically about you going through life. So yeah, nice. 10 out of 10. Kukły, Puppets, another great song. More melodic and mellow compared to the previous two. I love it. It has that classic grunge sound to it. The chorus is the best part, and the bridge. 9 out of 10. No Man is one of the heavier songs on the record. I love the guitar work throughout because it reminds me of Life is Peachy album. Some of the guitar riffs, you know. And some of them are very Alice in Chains like. Great vocals. The lyrics could use a little bit of work. You know, when it comes to their writing in Polish, they're great. They make sense. But in English, sometimes they just don't use a or an. You know that they are not from England or USA, because they do make mistakes. You can hear that. Like Sepultura did on their first records. But yeah, this is another stellar banger. I recommend listening to this song. Chorus is bonkers. 10 out of 10. Dwa zera, two zeros is basically a song making fun of people who thought the end of the world would come in the year 2000. For some reason, every psychic and scammer would say, the world is going to end, blah blah blah, shit like that. So yeah, that's what the lyrics are about, mostly. I love the main guitar riff in this track. But the icing on the cake is the bass work, cause the bass is just so funky, and the verses adding another layer with pong bong bong pong bong bong. Very nostalgic sound. I love this track a lot. The chorus, beautiful. The guitar riffs, yeah, everything is just great. I have nothing else to add. 10 out of 10. Next up is Skoczny, so basically jumpy. Now this song has fun lyrics because it's basically about how people live in a capitalistic society, always chasing other people to become successful, and no one wants to spend their time to work on their mental health or just get some rest. So I do enjoy the lyrical content here. The music, on the other hand, is not as good as on the previous songs, but the bass work is still phenomenal. Like, the bassist is carrying this song. Epic shit. 8 out of 10. Czasem, which means sometimes, is my least favorite song on the record. It has that old school grunge vibe to it. Very slow, mellow song. Repetitive, a little bit too much repetitive for me, to be honest. That's why it's the weakest, but it's still a banger because every segment in this track is fun to listen to. I love the atmosphere here, and the vocals are basically similar to the second track Zwyczajnie Nie, where the dude is basically describing some stuff that sometimes water is wine and shit like that. I'm like, what the hell is going on, dude? 8 out of 10. Pukany, which means knocking, is basically the exact opposite of the previous track Czasem. It's very short, it's 90 seconds long, it's fast, it's straight to the point, very hardcore punk sounding track. It might be about betrayal when it comes to friendship. The chorus is kinda funny because they basically say knock all the time, so knock, knock knock, knock, knock knock. So that's basically puk, puk puk, puk puk puk. Great song, better than the previous two ones, check it out, 9 out of 10. And finally, we are approaching the end game. So we've got Adobe, I don't know why it's called like that. This is a very relatable song because it's about being in a relationship, and because in the past you were lied to, betrayed or cheated on, or some other bad things happened. You don't want to be very emotional and show your weak side to the other person. It's great, it's very energetic, great heavy riffs, groovy as fuck, and this song has two choruses. The main chorus is fast and has that wow, wow sound like an old school Korn or Rage Against the Machine stuff, but the second chorus has Deftones around the fur vibe. Powiem, będzie lżej. Powiem, a będzie lżej. Something like that. I love it. Very Deftonesy, beautiful stuff, heavy, straight to the point. Every instrument is phenomenal here. 10 out of 10. Little bit faster. Now this track has that 2002 driving game atmosphere to it. Like, it could be on a Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2 soundtrack and you wouldn't question it. You would be like, yeah, this is where it fits. The lyrics are against drug use because you might overdose and die. It's very hard for me to choose the best part of this song because every instrument and vocal line is just flawless. I love it. The bass works so cool. Cool as fuck. The guitar riffs crunchy. They stay in your head. Drumming phenomenal. Vocals, yeah, little bit faster, dun, 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 dun. Little bit stronger, dun, dun, dun. A little bit faster, dun, dun, dun. A little bit, dun, 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 dun. And we even have a fucking guitar solo and another one, and the second one is cool as hell. This is a phenomenal song, 11 out of 10. Nie wiem, which is basically I don't know. This is the highlight of this record. It's my favorite song here. It's short, it's like 2 minutes long, but they do so much with that time. And basically we have that main riff, and that's the main part. The verses are like wow, wow. So that's the verse part, and then we have the chorus, which is heavy as fuck. It's like epic shit. We also get a guitar solo here, which is not as great as in the previous song, but still fun to listen to. The whole atmosphere of the track, the lyrics and the vocal delivery is top notch. Yeah, I love this song because of the lyrics. It's basically about how you've hit rock bottom, but you can just get through it and come out on top. And my favorite part is where he says, you will feel much stronger when you will take a bath or just, wash yourself, and you will realize that it's not as bad as you think. I relate to this song a lot because when I always listen to it, I'm like, yeah, taking a bath helps. It helps restart your mind because it's kinda like meditation if you do it for a long time. I don't know how others people wash themselves. Do they go for 5 minutes? I go for like an hour. I need to soak, I need to get clean as fuck. So yeah, and you have a lot of time to think about things and rearrange thoughts in your head and basically heal yourself. Poczujesz siłę, gdy obmyjesz się sam, bo nie jest z tobą aż tak źle. I nawet myśli twoje z dala ominą cię. To taki stan. Great shit. 11 out of 10. And the final song on the standard edition, Niedaleko, which means not too far. It's about going abroad for work, basically, to support your children. Another heavy song when it comes to the lyrical content. I love the guitar riff because it has that classic Alice in Chains vibe and it stays in your head. And that riff just never lets go. It's present throughout the entire verses, but they layer some other melodies on top of it, so it's even more interesting. And before the chorus drops, they add this very evil sounding corn melody on top of that standard so it's basically like wow wow. It's very cool. I must say, it stays in your mind forever. I will never forget how that corny melody goes into the track because it makes you feel very uneasy, especially when the lyrics are about such a subject, where he basically sings that a woman went abroad, she expected to have good work, she heard nothing but promises, but something bad happened. Who knows, maybe rape, maybe she was taken advantage of, maybe she was laid off the work for like a week. We don't know, but that eerie corn melody makes it sound like something very bad happened. So this is an interesting track, and it basically follows the standard structure, but because of all those layers and how much they add on top of it, I think it's more advanced. It's not like the first verse is similar to the second one. Sure, the main melody is the same, but the layers on top of them are completely different, not the same. And at the end we have a cool breakdown. And it's 1998 and they are already doing a breakdown, and it's not a simple breakdown because it has small changes and variations here and there, and that's why it always stays in your mind. I love it. This is a standout track, my second favorite here. Już elegancki ktoś całuje w rękę, yo! Już elegancki ktoś obiecuje dom. Pomyślała, tu już nie mam szans. Dziecko moje, wrócę za parę lat. Great stuff. I am not a singer, he does it 100 times better, believe me. But yeah, love this track. 11 out of 10. And the final song is a bonus called Jerry. It's not from those recording sessions, it's actually from 1992. So even before the first Illusion album, because this band started in 1992. A fun fact, there was no lineup change. So it's over 30 years and there are still the same guys in the band. That's unheard of, you know? Like there are always tensions and they are just like, yeah, fuck it, we're always the same guys, the same four guys, nice. This song doesn't have any nu metal influences because it's 1992, nu metal did not exist. It's a very hard rocky, heavy metallish sounding track. It even has a thrash metal moment at the end, which is very surprising to be honest. I love the vocals here, the atmosphere. The lyrics are basically about some love and some guy named Jerry. It's not Jerry Seinfeld. Great song, I love it from beginning to the end. Not as good as the previous 4 tracks, but I'm glad they've added this bonus for the reissue because we get to hear another interesting song. 9 out of 10. To sum it up, the consistency is stable, the flow is fitting, replayability, yeah, it's a masterpiece. I enjoyed this record from beginning to the end. It has amazing songs that I will never forget about. If you've never heard this band, just check out Nie wiem, Niedaleko, Little Bit Faster, Adubi, Zwyczajnie Nie, No Man, 2-0. These tracks will blow your mind if you're into grunge and alternative metal. Amazing stuff. Sure, there are some weaker songs here like Czasem or Skoczny, but they're still amazing. You will still find value in them and they are also always fun to listen to. The weakest track is the intro, but it's still a joke, so it's actually funny. So yeah, there is nothing wrong with this record. Listen to it today, celebrate the anniversary. This band and this album deserves it. That's all from me, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram, where I share some pictures of my CDs and stuff. And I will see you in my other videos. Bye!